Hey guys, what's up? We're going to do something slightly different today because I've got a couple of games lined up with confirmed cheats. So, spoiler alert, yeah, 2 cheats, both of which have been banned. The first one was submitted to me by a follower, and then the second one is a 5-minute blitz that I played, I think yesterday. So what I thought it might be interesting to do is to go through these games where we know that one of the players has cheated, right? And see if we can spot the signs, just for giggles, okay? So, join me as we delve into the disgusting world of the vile chess cheat, okay? So, this is the vile cheat here is from Uzbekistan called Otabek USA 1 and playing Basti 2307. Both are in the high 800s. And we have the Nimzo from black. Knight f3 makes sense, e5 makes sense, and now we've basically transposed into the Italian game. Yeah, there we go. Okay, Queen e7, that's unusual. So what I'm going to do, I'll show you the whole screen, and we're going to see what are the best 3 computer moves. Queen e7 is not one of them. So this looks like a 15 plus 5, something like that. Or a 15-10, probably. Okay, we have castles from white. Knight comes out here. Notice that the c4 pawn is undefended, so d3 would make a lot of sense. Rook e1 would make a lot of sense. The computer actually says c3. Oh no, it's changed it. It can't make up its mind. c3 or knight c3. Knight c3 would defend the pawn. c3 would not defend the pawn, but would prepare for d4. So if c3 and the knight takes, oh no. Oh, now it's changed its mind again. Now it says knight c3 is much better and rook e1. Okay, so yeah, the computer wants to defend the pawn now. It's changed its mind. Okay, so what do we have in the game? We have, okay, moving a developed piece twice. Not the most brilliant of ideas. Now it does achieve objective number 1, which is to defend the pawn that is currently hanging. However, this knight can now be kicked with the move h7 to h6, and the knight has to retreat and goodbye pawn, right? Much better to play rook e1 here. Rook e1 is a move you probably want to play anyway. You know it can't be a mistake. Knight c3, you know it can't be a mistake, right? You're controlling the center with your knight, you're developing a piece. This is breaking a good rule that's there for a good reason, and the reason is you can get your horsey kicked back and you lose the material. So, okay, white doesn't grab the pawn. Sorry, black doesn't grab the pawn. But now this pawn is actually technically hanging. The other problem is, actually, if this knight moves, then this knight's also in an undefended square. Okay, so he takes the free pawn. Okay. So the issue is now, actually, knight takes, bishop takes knight, queen takes knight. And it's all equal. So again, you see black also is now moving a developed piece a second time. Let's look at the best moves. Knight takes d5 is the best move. It's also saying bishop to g4 looks good, and pawn to h6, kick of the knight back, yeah? Pretty obvious stuff. So there's a reason why we have these principles, boys and girls. So here, what did I do? I mean, I often play bishop back to b3. Then if he wants to take, then at least I open up my rook. It's saying d6. Ooh, that's a curious move. Queen can't take, I don't... d6, cd. Bishop takes f7. Ooh, that's kind of... Oh, this is nice. So that is a, you know, pawn attack on the queen, and we're threatening that cool move. We don't play this, we play bishop e5. Best moves are bishop d7, c6. c6 is played, pawn takes, pawn takes. Now we'd love to capture here with a fork on king and rook, but that ain't possible because of knighty here. So drop back and save the bishop, which was the best move. Okay, and white's doing all right. White's doing well here. White's like between 1.5, 2 pawns in front. Because black's got an isolated c-pawn here. He's got an offside knight. Queen's blocking the bishop, which he has been doing from like move 3. we have this move. I mean, I don't know. What do you do? Drop the knight back or just push f3? Huh. Machine says just queen e1 is best of the bunch. f3 is okay, and also knight f3 is thinkable, because if bishop takes, you've got queen takes. You don't have to take that with the pawn. So f3 is played. Queen comes in with check. King moves to h1. Okay. So far, this looks okay, right? And let's have a quick look at the timings here. We've got 10, 29, 19, 31, 35. Looks like people are thinking. All right, let's carry on. Okay, best moves are bishop d7, bishop e6, bishop f5. Bishop f5 is the third engine move. It's still not brilliant. We have two defenders on this pawn here. Notice that bishop is still there. Queen out to e2. Best moves are bishop e7. Right? Just get ready to castle. Principles. We don't have this. We have knight. Knight now comes in. And now it's +7, nearly +8 in white's favour, if he finds the move d4. Yeah, because this pawn is now pinned. So d4. Why d4? d4 attacks the queen. Queen takes the pawn. This pawn hangs. The queen's the only defender of that pawn too. That's pretty cool. Okay, we don't have that. We have bishop back to b3. Okay, best moves here. Knight back to d6 is the top move. No, or h6 is also good. Knight d6 is good. d4 again. Still taking advantage of this pin. But that's a very unnatural move. But anyway, white isn't the cheat in this game. Black is the cheat in this game. So we have developed. We have knight c3 develops. Still back +3 for white. Finally, black decides to play in a principled manner. However, he has now... Oh, no, he hasn't. Knight defends. I'm going to say he's hung c7, f7, but he hasn't. Okay. We come in... Hang on. We've got 1, 2, 3 defenders, 1, 2, 3 attackers. Okay, it kind of makes sense. So the computer says knight f should take. We have knight f takes. We have knight takes. We have knight takes. And it's got to be pawn takes, right? Yeah. But, ooh, hello. Second move, second best move is bishop takes f7 check. Drawing the king out, but completely giving away. Ooh, ooh! Do you see it? Do you see it? Right? Bishop takes f7. If king takes, we capture the knight for free because the bishop's then pinned by the rook. Oh, I like that move. Okay, so we take the knight. Okay. Problem is as well now, bishop can't grab the free pawn again because of this alignment issue. And no f pawn. Best move here, bishop g6. That's what's played. Okay. And again, we're going to take... So here, I can see that white is taking a lot longer over his moves. Black is taking less time, but they've got plenty of time anyway. Okay, queen here. Best moves are castles, which is very natural in bishop f6. Castles get... Okay, we push d3, which is good. I like this bishop. This bishop's still in the box, as well as this rook. So, okay, best moves here are king h8 and queen d4 and queen a5. Again, we don't have any of those. We have pawn to h6. I don't approve of this move very much. I mean, it's almost offering itself as a target for this bishop. So if this bishop ever goes away, you get the queen onto the g file lined up with the king. This pawn then hangs because its only defender is pinned. Okay, that's a sensible move. It develops, you know, that pawn's defended by the bishop. Queen now goes somewhat out of the picture. Okay, we push d3 to d4. Explain. Is that a good move? It's not in the top 3 according to the machine. Machine saying h4. Saying, whoa, h4 or queen g4. Anyway, we have this. ED, that's what I'd probably just snatch at that myself. Bishop takes. Rook a to d8. Again, a natural move. defends. I like that. Or always lots of different ways to respond to an attack. Pawn to c3 makes some sense. You are kind of cutting off the bishop's escape to a degree. I mean, an alternative would have been simply bishop back to c3, and that comes with tempo because it hitteth the queen. Okay, and still keeps our bishop on this nice diag. But, you know, there it is anyway. My concern would be this. Okay, king now moves. Best moves are king h7. Okay. I don't think that is a natural move. And black's played it. Okay. Queen moves across. Best moves here are bishop d6 and f6. Bishop d6 is played, hitting the queen. Pawn advances to block the attack. Best move here, bishop b8. Okay, doesn't do that. It plays bishop. Oh no. Oh no. The computer can't decide between bishop b8 and bishop c7. We have bishop c7. Queen comes across. Best moves here. Well, white's kind of better in everything. Rook d to e8 or bishop b7. Rook d to e8. Okay, and let's look at the timings here. Okay, the last few moves from black: 27 seconds, 21 seconds, 19 seconds, 20 seconds. You know. And that is a telltale sign that somebody is getting engine help. Okay, we have here best moves for black. There's only one good move. Well, blow me down. Can you guess what the best move is if you don't look? Rook takes e5 is the only good move for black, and it would be probably brilliant. But I'm buggered if I can figure out why. Okay, we give up that, but that means the bishop is then pinned because the queen's undefended on this square, so the bishop would be pinned. It can't take that rook. So we give up a rook for a pawn and pin the bishop at the same time. Let's just look at this line. If they do that, in fact, we don't need to, because he bloody played it, didn't he? Right? Now, I can't figure this out. He plays rook takes e5. Right, white thought for a minute 9 over this. In 20.5 seconds, black finds the only good move, and it's a rook sack, which round our way, something you carry your books into school. Okay, and that, you know, that is like burn, 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 burn. Okay, what the hell? This guy's rated below 900. He's just found a rook sacrifice that is probably brilliant. Okay, and here, oh, bishop b4, saying, if you take my queen, I shall take yours. Right? And again, that's after a minute 34. He takes the queen, we take back. Okay. But then that's dropped to what? So here, what should white play? Queen takes rook is what white should have played, right? So what white makes a mistake, okay, loses a piece. We have rook here, so the best move here is rook fe8, which does, you know, is a natural looking move, human looking move. Rook takes e3 is played. Rook takes e3 is winning, yeah, but also completely obvious. And black is completely winning now after that. But, you know, to me, I don't know. We don't need to see the end of this, guys. This was the key move, right? This, I mean, who plays this? Who would play this? No, nobody paused the video and went, aha, do you know what? I think that looks like a very, you know, obvious move. Of course it doesn't. Rook takes e5. You know, white's doing just better. Okay, rook takes e5. Oh, he does have... You can't... What? So the best move is queen takes. Okay. No, right, okay. It makes a little bit more sense, right? I missed that the bishop was also looking at e5. So rook takes e5 is a free attack on the queen. The best response here... And the queen noticed, oh, this is now twice under attack. Okay, so it's not... okay, it makes sense. It makes more sense now. Right? The best move is, obviously, takes and takes and takes, yeah? And this is not too bad, but black is still doing better. Yeah, but for him to find that in 20 seconds, I don't know. Anyway, he's a scumbag and he got banned. So, no one crying over that. Let's have a look at game number 2. So this is a 5-minute blitz that I played against somebody called Breaking Chess. Might have been this morning, from Italy. I'm rated 1356, he's rated 1388. Well, he was, because this account doesn't exist anymore. And we go into an Italian, so it's a Russo gambit. Declined with knight to c3. I think knight to f6 is the correct response. No. The move you have to play here is fe. Oh, it's the old 3 knights Italian thing, right? Yeah, it's fe, because if the knight takes, you then have d5. Right, this is a classic pattern. That is a free pawn he can't take, because this wins material, right? I didn't do that. I played a bit conservatively, and white is just better. He should now push d4, pushes d3. I take... I mean, let me slow down a bit, because I want to... Yeah, fe or bishop b4. Yeah, bishop b4, very, very classic motif here. Pinning the developed knight on the king, and preparing to castle, although I can't go straight to g8, because it's under attack. But we have this, and knight takes... So, I mean, this is 5-minute blitz, so everyone's going to play fairly quickly. Fe... Okay, knight takes is the best move. I now play d5, okay, but he can come out here now, you see, and capture my knight with check, and then after I evade, well, capture the knight, his bishop escapes. This is the point. This is what happens, okay? So you see, here's the point. Here's why the knight shouldn't have gone to f6 straight away, because the knight isn't there, okay? So here, if I'd gone takes, d5, hitting both, then he comes here, free knight. Thank you. Right, I've won a piece anyway. This is the point. But now it doesn't work the same because of that. Okay, so one to lodge. Okay, well, black's slightly better here. Bishop retires to... Bishop b5 is the best move. Bishop b3 and far behind. I come out, pin the knight. I'm getting ahead of myself. Bishop... Okay, c3 is the best move here. Or h3, or bishop a4. It's not quite sure now. Also notice that, okay, my opponent here played his move in 2 seconds, so he's not using an engine. You just can't do it in that time, because Stockfish is still making its mind up anyway. Anyway, so I'm just looking at the times here. Everything's been played pretty quick so far. Pretty quick. Okay? And now, as very often happens in the middle game, people start to slow down and have to, you know, really think and scratch their beards. Okay, so I play my queen to e7, which is a kind of funky looking move, but my plan is long castles, get my rook onto the d file and try and press in the centre. Okay, bishop takes d5 is the best move, which he misses. This pawn is actually hanging. Yep. So he doesn't do that, and now I long castle, and the rook now defends d5. The best move here is h3, or bishop a4. h3 is played, my bishop retreats. Now he should play queen e1. He doesn't, double kicks the bishop. Now this looks precarious, okay? So now I counter-attack his knight. Thinking that, okay, if he takes my bishop, that's fine. He's doubled up and isolated his pawns on the h-file, right? I take his knight, we'll probably have queen recaptures, but the point is the g-file is completely open. So he should take on e4. He doesn't. Is rook... No, rook e1 is not in the top 3 moves. Okay, this is all fine. And I move my queen over. Now the best moves are knight h4 or d takes e4. Knight h4. That is a weird looking place to put the knight, I have to say. Don't know how many of us would play that. Point is, to me, knight h2 just feels a lot more robust. Because the knight here is not on a defended square. And it's, I don't know, it doesn't look like it can defend the king as well as it could from h2, but there you go. So he plays that, he finds the best move. I should have put my bishop here on g6. And now he comes in, attacks my queen. I move my queen forward. Okay. So from this point on, we're going to check the best moves. This point, right now, we are bang equal, right? Completely equal. Obviously, my idea is going to be like push h5, try and annoy that pawn. The best move for black here is bishop f4. He doesn't. He plays... Okay, this is not in the top moves. And I decide to go for the throat here. You know, if you want to get rid of your bishop, I think I can survive. Okay, so I'm going after that g-pawn. He takes, I recapture. Okay, and how are we? Now black is 2.5 pawns up. Knight g3 is best. He doesn't do that, he takes a pawn. I take a pawn. Queen takes is best. Plays it. Saying here I should move my king out of the way, because it's seen the threat of this. This would be a royal fork and double attack on the queen. And a discovered check. Or queen h7. Yeah, queen h7 just gets out. Also resolves all that. So I trade queens. And now he has to take the h-pawn. Of course he does. I move my rook over. And it's still pretty balanced and equal. How many more moves are there? Another 28 moves in here. Okay. Okay, best moves are f3. Yeah, kind of makes sense. Reinforcing the 2 pawns. One's under attack, one's not. In fact, they're both under attack. So here I should play de. I do. King f2 is best move. He doesn't. He grabs the pawn, which is also okay. So, I mean, no evidence of foul play so far, I wouldn't say. Rook d1 is the best move, I find it. I am slightly better here. Okay, so what happens? King f2 was slightly preferable. I pin the knight on the rook. And knight moves with a 3-way fork. So now I have to take. Okay. And it's still balanced. So, you know, we have to ask the question, is there any foul play going on in this game? We don't know. Doesn't really look like it at this point. My opponent is now playing all his moves in between 1 and 3 seconds. It takes a little bit longer. I don't know, they're all pretty damn quick. Everything's pretty damn quick. He's on 1:49. And now, rook takes c7. Okay, right. Pause if you need. Why has he played this? Okay. Right, the point is, if king takes rook, he has bishop f4 check with a discovered attack on this rook. So he's basically just won himself a pawn and got his rook into the game. Okay, I do that, that is what happens. Okay, this is the only good move for black here, and he finds it. Now, what should I have done in this position? I've actually used this already, and this is now a puzzle. What I should have done is take the bishop, because if rook recaptures, I get the rook, and I've won myself a bishop. Okay, so that was a good move. So actually, rook takes c7. This is not a computer move, right? It's not even suggesting this. This is not better for white because I had this, but I didn't take very long about it. I only took 1.2 seconds, and I snatched the rook. Right? I didn't check for the alternative. Take there, and I'm actually winning. So no evidence of foul play here, and I lose my rook. And now it's like +3 in white's favour, and he just carries on, and it's not going to go on forever. He's got a pawn majority of 1 pawn on both sides of the board. So yeah, again, now this game, I do not see. I don't think he was cheating in this game, but I don't think he's taking long enough over his moves, apart from anything else. But maybe all of his, if he cheated in something else, I mean, you can always check their history. Okay, So he's played a bunch of blitz. He's not played any rapid recently, but in some way, okay. Here he's played a 5-minute blitz game. Well, a blitz game that he lost, and he played 87 and opponent played 97. Oh look, we do have some analyses numbers here, so let's check these out. Okay, he's got a 70, he's got an 83, he's got an 81 out. In blitz, that is good numbers when you're 1300s, right? He's got a 70, that's me, he got 73, and here 96.5 over 21 moves. I don't know. Well, it's not screaming out, is it? But, 84.9 here over 20 moves as well. It's a tricky one. But no, in that game, I don't see any evidence. But, I hope that just going over this is, I'm fascinated with the process. So it just, you're just playing at Sherlock, aren't you, really? Just trying to find out, can I spot the engine assistance? In this case, I couldn't. So it may be that there were other games. Here he's won a few, so I can click analyze on these, and then let's see what comes out the other side. Okay, so here he got 75 accuracy and played like a 1450. Here he's black, 75 accuracy, opponent blundered, and he played like a 1424. Well, they both did. Okay, here he's got 67 accuracy, playing like a 1200. By the way, this kind of guess the ELO thing is available if you are a beta, if you're on the beta program, the chess.com. Neither of them were great in the opening. His opponent buggered up the middle game. And here 86.2 accuracy and played like a 1700. So, tricky one, but, it happens. But, if someone's going to cheat, then they probably don't cheat all the time. It's quite easy to find those guys out. So I don't think he cheated when he played me. He found a pretty decent move. Well, it looked decent, but it was a trap. Okay. However, it was a trap that it could have backfired on him, but it didn't. So that felt to me very human indeed. Okay, so there you go. Breaking Chess 23. I don't think you cheated against me, but chess.com is pretty sure that you did. So it's goodbye from me. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope it helps you sleep better at night if you come across cheaters yourself. And thanks to my buddy for sending me the other game as well, because that was definitely interesting. Right, thanks for watching, everyone. See you later.